so I can boldly come and tell you unapologetic and unashamed with my full chest. Hey loves, welcome back to our channel. I'm your host Elomo, and I film about relationships, growth, lifestyle. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to have complete faith in God and trust in Him. Okay, so let's just jump right into this topic. Funny enough for me, I encountered somebody who was like, oh no, God does not exist. God is a scam. You know, people are just making God things for nothing. So I wanted to get his own point of view. Like, why do you say God does not exist? So he was like, if God existed, he was involved in a ghastly motor accident and his one leg was really destroyed, but he moves, so he's moving. So he was like, if God existed, God would have prevented him from having that accident because he prayed before going on that journey, but still he had an accident. So why are we saying that God exists? God is doing things for people, blah 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 blah. And I was just looking at him like, really? I mean, like, in this 21st century, like, I could not just believe it. Like, a youth could be saying that. So he was like, oh, he cannot trust somebody who does not have faith in that the person will save him when he needs the person the most, that God abandoned him when he needed God the most. And I was like, do you know that if not of God, the accident would have been worse? Do you know that if God was not even involved, maybe you would have died? Do you know that if God was not even involved in your situation, maybe they would have even cut off your leg? I mean, you think things are bad. If not of God being involved, things would have been worse. So that just brought me to this point of, oh, there are still people who, like, they don't want to believe and trust in God because they know that God doesn't show up. When they call on him, it's like he seems like God is sleeping. They are calling and knocking the door, God is not answering. They are suffering in life. Oh, how can we have faith in somebody that we are not seeing his works? Now, the first thing I'm going to say to make you know that this God is real, to have your faith in him, is for you to come to a place of total surrender. Yes, I don't know how else I can emphasize this point, but this was the awakening call for me when I came to a place of total surrender. Before, I felt like, oh, my life has to be smooth. I've not been a bad girl. I've not done bad things like people. So I was feeling entitled, like God has to bless me. I have to prosper. Why will I not prosper? I know people who have been doing worse than me. But you know, I was really feeling entitled. And when when the first challenge came to me hard, that's when I knew that okay, life could be really tricky. Some people get into certain situations not because they deserve it, but because that's the situation they have found themselves in, and there is a lesson to learn from that situation. So I was just so thankful that from my own situation, it was a mind-changing experience for me. It changed everything. Like, that was where my life literally turned around for good. And looking back now, I don't think I would have been where I am today if that particular challenge would have not happened to me. Because of that challenge, it pushed me to be where I am today. So I'm very grateful for it. So it made me understand that you have to come to a place of total surrender with God. As in, you have to surrender your life to him. When you come to a place of total surrender, there is nothing on this earth that will make you to even think that God has left you, or God doesn't care about you, or God is a scam, he doesn't exist, he's not real. Because if you surrender your life to him, if you surrender to him, like, God, this is me, take control over me, as in, I don't even know where this life is pushing me to, but just be in control. And you know that every step you're taking is God who is leading you. There is no point in your life where things will get so difficult for you that you feel that God has left you. It's not even possible. Trust in the promises and plans he has for you. Like, soak yourself in the word. Soak yourself in the promise. Like, there is no situation you're going through now that people have not gone through before you. There is absolutely no situation you are the first person to go through that situation. So go to the Bible. Go and look at what God had to say when somebody was going through that kind of your situation. And soak yourself there. They say, hold God by his word. Hold him by his word, like, God, you promised you are going to do this. You promised you will do this. You promised you will do this. And God does not fail you. Soak yourself in his promises for you. Because even if I'm going through a challenge now, I know for sure that there is a lesson. My mindset now is in a place of, I know that anything I'm going through now, there is a lesson I have to learn from it. So nothing will come as a shocker to me, like, bam, this your God has left you. Where is your God now? Nope. I don't think I'll ever get to that point in my life. I might feel bad if things don't go well, but I'll never feel like God is not real, like God is just a charade. Like, I don't know how to say it. So soak yourself in his promises for you. He has promised that his plans for you are good and not of evil. So hold on to that. No matter what is going through your life, no matter what you're going through in life, hold on to it. Like, God, I have faith in you. I have faith that no matter the situation I'm going through, I'm going to come out victorious. The path of it just like a shining light, right? Hold on to all those things. Research, like, just be holding on to the promises and like, God, I trust you. Whatever situation it is, I trust you. Be it you're going through financial challenges or whatsoever challenges, you'll be like, God, I trust you completely. That you want me to learn something from this situation. There is something you want me to learn that is going to help me when I get up there. As in, the goal is to get better and better, climbing the ladder to get up there. So you know that when you're going through a particular situation, for example, if you're going through financial difficulties, there might be a lesson God is trying to teach you. Like, he's just trying to make you understand that there are some things you have to learn before he blesses you with so much money you want. Because if the money comes like that when you have not learned those things, it's going to destroy you. It's going to destroy you. Don't help God to do his work. No, don't. Stop worrying. That should be the point. Stop worrying. Worrying doesn't change your situation. Worry just shows that you have not surrendered to God. Because if you have surrendered to God, they say if God is in control, nothing can get out of control. So if you have surrendered to God, why are you worrying, sis? Bro, why are you worrying? Just sit back, relax, do your own part and let God do his own part. Next thing I want to talk about, how to help you build your faith in God, right? Believe that everything is possible with God. That's what I want to say. Believe that everything is possible in God. You know, in Africa, we have this mindset of, if you see somebody making it in life, like making it in life when the person is not coming from a rich family or so, you say, oh, the person has entered Nyongo, the person is using witchcraft. That's such a myopic way of reasoning. Believe that you can make Dangote's money with God on your side. It's possible. Whether they say Dangote is using witchcraft or not, it's none of your place to say, oh, I cannot reach me that level, I'll just remain in my small level. Those people up there, now witchcraft, no, I don't want to involve myself in witchcraft, so I'll just remain in that level. No, dear, no. Wake up from that poverty mindset of his witchcraft. It's never witchcraft. People have succeeded genuinely with God. People are working hard to get to the top. People are burning the midnight candle to get to the top. You don't know their amount of their streams of income. So if you can see that this person was born into this family that they barely have nothing and they are somewhere now, you should not have that idea of, oh, it's witchcraft. Trust God that everything is possible. Because when you start having faith that God can do certain things and he cannot do certain things, you're already weakening your faith level, as in you're already shaking it. Because you say, oh, God can help me pass my exam, but God cannot make me get a job in Sonara. Is it not possible? Oh, God can help me do this, but I must use connection to enter inside this place. There are people who have gotten to those places with no man connection, but just with God. So all that mindset of, oh, people who are making it in life are using witchcraft or they're having connection. No, when you start having that mindset, already you cannot have faith in God that he can do it. You cannot. I'm going to take my father's life for an example. My father was born into a poor family. His mother was an illiterate, his father was an illiterate. And he always said that his father never earned up to 10,000 francs AFA all through his working career. His highest father salary was 9,500. So imagine being born into that kind of family and you rising to where he is now. A lot of people said he has entered witchcraft or this, that. They made up stories because they could not believe that somebody who was born into poverty could reach a certain sphere of life. They did not believe that it was possible, but it is possible. I have seen it that it is possible. When you get a certain level in life, you start seeing everything possible. Dangote will never look at Bill Gates and say, oh, he involved witchcraft to get that kind of money. Do you understand? So trust God that it is possible. It is possible. When you know that with God everything is possible, trust me, your faith level in him is going to be 100. Nobody will be able to tell you nada. Nobody will be able to tell you anything. You know stories of the Bible. You know Job's story of the Bible, how he suffered, he lost all his wealth, family, everything. He was left alone, but he still trusted in God, and at the end he came out victorious. So that should be your attitude when you are in trouble. You should think of Job's situation that was worse than yours, and know that this person still stayed fast to God. So why am I going to leave God when I know that Job's story at the end, he came out victorious? So you get. The next major thing I'm going to say is you should join godly groups, both online and physically. Join godly platforms, pages on social media. Follow godly pages on social media. Have godly groups that people talk about the word, people share testimonies, and both physical, so that the word becomes real to you, like the word made flesh. It becomes real to you. Because when we're reading this Bible, we're talking about God, people are seeing like it's one mysterious something that is happening in the days of Abraham. It does not happen now. But when you are in a company of people who have seen God's power, people who are experiencing God's power, it will help you build your faith level. Sharing your testimony with others, you help other people gain faith in God. That's the same thing when you're in a group of people who every day they come and tell you, my sister, God is wonderful, God did this for me, God did this for me, God did this for me. You be like, really? God can still do that? And people come and be giving testimonies. Oh, I got pregnant after waiting for 5 years trying. I got pregnant after waiting for 10 years trying. All these kind of things will motivate you, give you hope that, oh, if God can do it for these people, he did not just do it in those Bible days for Hannah and Abraham. If he could do it in those days and he's still doing it now, it means that he can do it for me. He can equally do it for me. Those people are not carrying 3 horns on their heads. Me too, I'm a human being like them. He can also do it like me, do it for me. So that's what I'm saying, that it's very important that to help build your faith level in God, you should surround yourself with godly groups. The last thing, not the least, I'm going to say in this video is that you should study the word, as in know God is real. It may sound cliche like, oh, I'm hearing you, but it's true. It's so true. Study the word for yourself. By the time you come to him, you surrender to him that, oh God, please help me, let me know you more, let me know you more. You're putting in effort, you're trying to study the word, you're trying to get close to him, you're asking God, help me, help me, help me. Sis, bro, he will make himself real to you. You will experience it for yourself. It's no longer going to be like testimonies of other people. You are going to have your own testimony that God showed up for you. Make your own personal effort to know God for yourself, and he will show up for you big time, more than you can think or imagine. Okay. If you watched to this point, thank you very much. You're the real MVP. I just have to come and put that out there. Let's be guided. Please, God is real. He's so real. Look at my life. I'm a living testimony. I can confidently come and tell you that you should have faith in God, because I have gone through this. I have seen it. I have seen his wonders. I have seen him work marvelously in my life. So I can boldly come and tell you, unapologetic and unashamed, with my full chest, that God is real. Have faith in him, trust him completely, and he will show up for you, because he did it for me. He can also do it for you. So subscribe if you haven't subscribed, okay? Subscribe, and please turn your post notification bell so that every time I post a new video, you will get notified and you will be the first to watch, first to like, first to comment, all that good stuff. Please leave me a comment down below. Have you ever experienced God? Have you had a situation in your life that you know that it's only God who can do it, like no other man could do this, only God? Please leave it down below. Share your own story so that I can help build our faith. We can help build our spiritual life in God. Okay, bye fam. Hopefully I'll see you unfailingly by the help of God on my next one. Bye.